Let's see Leetcode problem 232. Implement queue using stacks. First we will discuss here problem statement and then we will see the approaches and understand the approaches. Okay. So after seeing this video you will be clear about this problem. This is an easy level problem on stacks on Leetcode. So let's start. Let's understand the problem statement and let's understand the approach. So we have to perform the operations like push, pop, pick and empty on the queue. Okay, so we have to implement queue using stack. Okay, we have to use the stacks to implement queue. Okay, so queue works on the first in first out rule and the stack works on first in last out rule. Okay, so by using stack means first in last out rule, we have to implement the first in first out. Okay, so here is an approach. We have to use two stacks. Okay, so here are the two stacks, input and output. Okay, and here is the queue. I have drawn this queue for the illustration and to understand the better approach. Okay, to understand the problem. Okay, we have to not use the directly queue. Okay, we have to implement use the stack to implement the queue. Okay, so here are the operations. Operation here is push 4, push 8, push 15 and push 16. By pushing them inside the queue means for example push 4, push 8, push 15 and push 16. Okay, now they are pushed. Okay, in the queue follows the rule first in first out, so we have to implement that by putting into the stacks. It will pop the first 16 but we have to pop the first 14. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to take two stacks. Okay, named as input and output. Okay, first we have to push the all these push operations into the input stack. Okay, so just push the element in the input stack. Okay, so we have pushed 4, 8, 15 and 16. Okay, by popping after popping here in the queue we have to find the 4. Okay, and after popping in the stack we are finding the 16. Okay, which is not our solution. Okay, so what we have to do, if our output stack is empty, then we have to pop the all elements from the input stack and push into the output stack. Okay, so here is written that if output stack is empty, push all elements from input stack and push into the output stack. Okay, so after pushing we have to push these all elements into the output stack. So let's push 16, 15, 8 and 4. Now these all are removed. Okay, from this to this. Okay, now what now what we have to do, we have to pop the elements from the output. Okay, now you can see we find the 4 after popping from the output stack. Okay, now these are equal. Okay, after popping 8 here also 8. Okay, so if our output stack is not empty, then what we have to do, we have to just pop from the output stack. Okay, so this is a simple approach. Okay, so I will again you explain. Okay, I will explain in this stack only. Okay, after pushing these all elements 4, 8, 15 and 16, we have to perform two pop operations. Okay, after popping operation here our this output stack is empty at starting. Okay, so we have to pop these two elements. Okay, so we have to push these all elements into this. Okay, so after pushing these all elements 16, 15, 8 and 4, this will occur. Okay, after popping 4 will be popped and 8 will be popped. Okay, now this output stack consists only 16 and 15. Okay, so again we have to push 15 25. So okay, these all are popped and pushed into this stack. Okay, now 25 is added in this stack. Okay, 25 is added in input stack. Okay, now what we have to do, our output stack is not empty. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to, now our stack is not empty. Okay, our output stack is not empty, so we will not push this 25 from input stack into the output stack. Okay, first we will pop these elements all out. Okay, now 2 times pop is there, 15 is popped out and 16 is popped out. Okay, now sequence of popping will be 4, 8, 15 and 16. Okay, now what we have to do, now our output stack is empty. Okay, now these are popped, so our output stack is empty. Now what we have to do, we have to pop this 25 from input stack and push into the output stack. Okay, now our output stack consists 25. Okay, now here given pick operation. Okay, so pick from the output stack. Okay, now pick from the output stack is 25. Okay, here also 25 is added. Okay, now pick from the now these all are removed, this is removed, this is popped, this is popped and this is popped. Okay, now pick element is 25 and in stack there is also 25. Okay, then after popping and pushing from the stack two stacks, our this will implement as the queue. Okay, so you can see that from popping from the queue it will result in 4, 8, 15 and 16, and this is also same. So we have implemented queue using two stacks. Okay, so let's see the code on Leetcode. Okay, let's understand the code. Okay, first we have to create two stacks, input stack and output stack. Okay, so stack input, okay, and stack integer as output. Okay, sorry. Okay, now in the my queue method we have to initialize them. Okay, so input equal to new stack and output equal to new stack. Okay, now in the push operation what we have to do, we have to simply push the elements into the input stack. Okay, so input dot push x. Okay, now in the pop method what we first without writing the pop we will write the peak element, peak method. Okay, so if output dot output stack is empty, then we have to put the all elements from the input stack into the output stack. Okay, so I will implement here while loop. Okay, if input stack is not empty, then we have to pop those elements from the input stack and push into the output stack. Okay, so here output dot push input dot pop. Okay, okay, now simply we have to return the peak element from the output stack. Okay, so here return output dot peak. Okay, okay, now we have to perform the pop operation. Okay, now we will call here peak method. Okay, after calling peak method our output stack will be filled by pushing the elements from the input stack. Okay, and we will simply return simply pop element from the output stack. Okay, so here return output dot pop, and in the empty method what we will do, if input stack is empty and output stack is empty, then we have to return. Okay, so here return input dot empty and then output dot empty. Okay, so let's compile the code. Okay, our test case is run successfully and accepted our solution. Okay, so let's submit the code. So this was our day 26 of 100 days of code DSA challenge. If you want the code of Java and C++, both codes are uploaded on my GitHub account, and that GitHub link is given in the description. You can find solution and code of Java and C++ in the description. Okay, so you can see here our code is successfully submitted. Okay, so thank you guys for watching my video. If you liked my video, then like, share and subscribe.